Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the AskRebecca radio show on A1R Psychic Network. Thank you for joining me. So just to do a little recap to close out the month of January, I'm going to go over some of the January theme, which was new beginnings. January and 2017 is the start of a new 9-year cycle. We created a list of resolutions that had our wants and don't wants. Then we changed the don't wants into positive wants. We went through our list of how to manifest them, which dealt with choice, appreciation, feeling, and action. We broke down what each action, choice, appreciation, feeling, and action meant for us. And tonight we're going to, and we also did a couple of exercises. I had suggested that we pick something to focus on for the week, just to test out the manifestation skills. So hopefully all of you attempted to do that. My suggestion was mohawks, and I'm curious to hear if anybody experienced what I spoke about last week. Now, as far as creating our list and creation and manifestation and all of these things, along with that, tonight I'm going to talk about two other topics that really affect how we manifest our reality and create what it is that we want. So number one on that is receiving and the law of reciprocity. So what that means is to give and take mutually. Most of us are more comfortable with giving versus receiving. So receiving makes us feel vulnerable. It makes us uncomfortable. Uncomfortable to the point where if somebody even were to give us a compliment, we just kind of freak out and don't even know how to receive it. So if somebody says to you, "Oh, you're so beautiful," we feel awkward and we end up downplaying ourselves in some way. Or if somebody says, "Oh, you're so smart," we're like, "Oh, well, not really. It's, just this once." And we talk ourselves down. When our giving and receiving is out of balance, we become resentful, we limit our relationships with ourselves, we limit the relationships with the people in our lives, and most importantly, we block the law of attraction, which is the magnetism. You're a magnet for all the things where you're putting your energy and focus on. So if you're unable to receive, you can have your list of wants all day long, but you're not going to end up receiving anything because you block it from happening. So if you're not open to receive, it's definitely going to be very difficult to manifest your list of wants and create a life that you'll be happy living. So it's extremely important to be open to receive from yourself and from others. I mean, it takes a little practice because, again, it's something where we feel kind of awkward. So some of the things that you can do is start by practicing on yourself. Give yourself something. So give yourself a little gift. Maybe there's something that you've been wanting to do for yourself, whether it's buying a pair of shoes or going and getting a mani-pedi, and it's something that you've had on the back burner because you feel you just shouldn't be selfish or because you shouldn't spend the money. Stop. Obviously, you need to be responsible and wise about what you choose to give yourself, whether it's a mani-pedi, a new pair of shoes, a massage, whatever it is within your means that you haven't done for yourself. So figure out what that is, make it happen this next week, put it in your schedule, and when you do end up doing this for yourself, sure to allow yourself be sure that you allow yourself to enjoy it and feel how great it is to receive something that you want. And again, this goes back to us being able to feel what it is that we want in our lives. And the more that you're appreciative, enjoying it, and feeling it, that's a positive energy that you're sending out, and that's what's going to come back to you. So it's really important that you allow yourself to feel enjoyment. Don't go out and get a mani-pedi and the whole time you're sitting there, you're feeling guilty, like, "Oh my God, I shouldn't spend this $50. Like, why did I do that?" Or you're sitting there feeling paranoid or worried or upset. It will have the opposite effect. Truly enjoy it. Allow yourself to receive from yourself. And the more that you can do things for yourself and receive from yourself, the easier it will become to receive things from other people in our lives. Another action step that you can take in order to practice receiving is if, let's just say, someone offers to help you with something. You know, maybe you're at the grocery store and the baggage guy says, hey, you want me to take the groceries out to your car for you? And you're like, oh, no, that's okay. But really, you would want the help. So if someone offers you help with something, like anything, accept and receive the help. Stop believing that it's a sign of weakness, or that, you're too independent, or, even believing that it's a strength if you're able to do everything on your own. Sometimes we need help, and it's okay to accept that help, and it's okay to receive it. So be open to receive it, be cool with it, and again, feel it, enjoy it, be appreciative of the person that's helping you. And again, you're going to create that energy and that vibration, and the law of attraction is going to come back to you tenfold. So really work on allowing that to be a part of your life. And it's something that you really have to be conscious of. It's so easy for us to slip into giving, because that's just so much easier. It's easy for us to give, and give. Then we're exhausted, then we're resentful, then we're feeling all these things that only make us feel worse. So in the end, it's better to allow yourself to receive as well. And, just as much as you enjoy giving, other people enjoy giving as well. So it's a reciprocal agreement. We give and take, and it ebbs and flows. And if you're not having those type of relationships in your life, then it's important for you to set some boundaries and definitely speak up and talk about what it is that you need in your life. So now another example to practice receiving is if someone gives you a compliment, receive it, own it. Yes, you're beautiful. Yes, you're handsome. Yes, you're funny. You're smart. You're amazing. And all these things, any kind of compliment that you could receive, whether it's an attagirl or an attaboy from work, or, friends, family, strangers, whatever it is, just accept it and receive it. Feel it, love it, and accept just how friggin' fabulous you are. You're an amazing individual, and you should relish the attention. It's okay. And I would suggest that if you receive a compliment and you really feel a little awkward about it, the best way is just to simply reply with a smile and a thank you. That simple. And watch how just doing these 3 simple things and practicing how to receive, it's going to open up a lot of doors for you. So if you can practice receiving and all the other tools I gave you this month, then be prepared to see some amazing changes happen within yourself and in your life. And you'll see that manifest. Again, it's just about staying in a positive energy and becoming aware of what you're thinking and feeling. Pay attention to what's happening inside of you. Don't get so caught up in everyday life and all the dramas that are happening around us. It's so important to be conscious and aware of what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what your motivations are, what your choices are, what you're doing, what you're not doing. It's so important to listen to that inner self. And again, everything that you're feeling and expressing and putting out is what you're going to receive in return. So you're a magnet, and just remember, you're that powerful that you can create anything you want in your life. So again, use the tools that we talked about this month and just watch amazing changes happen for you. It takes a little bit of practice, but if you make it a consistent habit and pay attention, then you're going to be doing just fine. I promise. If I can do it, anybody can do it, okay? Because I've definitely been in those dark places of negativity and feeling like, woe is me, and, change is scary, which is the next topic on being able to manifest your list of wishes and dreams and all of those things. So change, and I want to give you the definition of change. Change is the act or instance of making or becoming different. And that's like the combination of the verb and the noun of the definition for change. But one of the things about change is like, why are we all so resistant to change? It's the one thing that is consistently happening in our lives, whether we choose to actively participate or have it forced upon us. So change is happening no matter what. You can resist it all you want, and you can fight it all you want, but change is inevitable. It is part of the human experience. Everything around us changes, and so do we. So, again, the reason we are resistant to change is because of fear. And fear plays a huge role in our lives. It stops us from taking action. It feeds our feelings of anxiety, self-doubt, and guilt. Just the thought of changing something, the anxiety that happens, like it triggers the feelings of the fear of the unknown. Like, okay, if I make a change, what's going to happen? Then it triggers the feelings of, okay, I make this change, but what if I fail? So you have the fear of the unknown. You have fear of failure, fear of success, fear of loss, fear of upsetting others, fear of leaving our comfort and security. So these are all huge things. And again, it's something that most of us aren't very conscious of. It kind of runs in the background as a subconscious thing. So a lot of us think, well, I'm not really afraid of change. It's not that big of a deal. And I'm not afraid of the unknown. I'm not afraid of success. Why would I be afraid of success? But if you take a good look at yourself and you take a look at your past and your life, there's probably moments that you can reflect on where the fear of changing really caused you anxiety and kept you stuck where you are, whether it's you're unhappy at your job, you're unhappy in a relationship, you're unhappy with family, or you hate where you live, you want to move to a different state, or you have these dreams and ambitions that are just boiling up inside of you, but you choose not to act on it because you don't know what will happen. And I get it. I completely understand. I've struggled with fear myself, and especially doing what I do. It's something that very much has affected me in my life. And I hid who I am from a lot of people because I thought I would be, judged and criticized and deemed a weirdo. But finally, I moved past my fear and I followed my heart and my passion, and here I am. So again, if I can do it, anybody can do it. We can all do it. It just takes a little bit of work and a little bit of conscious effort to pay attention to what is going on within ourselves and within our lives. Now, again, like I said, it's important for you to begin to become aware of the areas in your life that you're not open to change. Again, whether you choose to believe it or not, change is good. It is good. Change is a good thing. It's always in our best interest, even if in that moment it doesn't seem like it is. And typically you will get signs. Everybody has their own intuition. I'm not special in any way. All of you can do what I do. It just depends on how open you are to things. It depends on how connected you are with yourself. It's connected to your emotions. How much stuff you've released and accepted about yourself. So, all of us can do this. And your intuition is speaking to you on a regular basis. It's that little voice inside of your head that sounds exactly like you, that sometimes is just a strong feeling. And for example, like, I can tell you when you're not open to change, and when you're ignoring the subtle hints from the universe, the divine, whatever your belief system is for a higher power, if you're ignoring those subtle hints the universe is giving you through your own intuition about changes you need to make, eventually the universe smacks you upside the head to give you a wake up call. And typically, it will be something that happens in your life that is traumatic and it forces change upon you. So that's why I'm saying whether you choose to actively participate in change and pursuing your heart's desires and pursuing those things inside of you that are there, if you ignore them, the universe is going to push you. So she'll come along and she'll be like, hey, you kind of hate your job and you really want to go somewhere else. And you're like, no, 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 I'm too scared to move, and you stay stuck. And then something bigger will happen and you'll end up having drama at work or get into a fight with a coworker, and that just reinforces how much you hate your job. But then you still don't leave, and then the next incident happens, and then eventually you either get fired or get laid off, and the universe forces you out the door because you're meant for something better. And again, trust me when I tell you, the path of least resistance puts you in a nice flow versus a difficult one. You can either choose the hard way or you can choose the easy way and be in the flow. I mean, personally, I've done it both ways. I've definitely had moments where I wasn't listening and paying attention, and then something traumatic's happened. There's been a few instance where I literally felt like the divine was pushing me off of the ledge to wake me up so that I could get on with what I needed to be taken care of. So this is what you can do as well. So just start listening to these things, okay? It will help you manifest your wants list, and it will help you create the life you'll be happy to live. You must choose to be open to change. Because again, it's happening no matter what. You see it in your life every day. And if you reflect back on the past, I'm sure you can see that you've always gone forward. Even if there's been moments where you felt like you took a step back, it was just a redirect. So in essence, it was still for your greater good, and you're in the place where you are now, and it's better than the place that you were. So be open to that. You don't want to block the law of attraction. You don't want to block things from coming to you and coming into your reality because you're too stubborn to see it, or you're too afraid and you ignore it and follow your dreams. What do you have to lose? Nothing. Nothing. So don't make life harder than it needs to be. Figure out what you want and go for it. Now, some announcements. February is going to be the theme. The theme will be relationships, and the topics will be different relationships in our lives. And the first show on February 2nd at 9 p.m. will be about the relationship with ourselves. And I really wanted to do something for some local listeners. Obviously, I would love to do something for everybody that isn't a local listener as well. But we have my hair salon, so if you like the way my hair looks, Jamie, who is the owner of Hair Maiden, will be sponsoring the show next week. And we'll be shooting live from the salon. And that show I wanted to kind of make about relationship with ourselves. And again, like, we have all these expectations of the people in our lives to give us what we want. And, it starts with us. You have to be able to give to yourself. You have to be able to have a positive, loving relationship with yourself. And that will in turn reflect outside of you with the people in your life. So if you don't love yourself, how can you expect anybody else to love yourself? And since February is Valentine's Day on the 14th, I'm sure there's lots of people that are going to be going out with their spouses, dates, and then we've got the single people that'll be hanging out. And I wanted to just do something for all of you. And so February 2nd, we'll be shooting live from the salon. Jamie will be showing you some simple updos, some high ponytails and tips on products for fussy hair. I have the pleasure of being her model, so that should be really interesting. Um, so you can see exactly how to create the look that you want. And during that, I'll also be talking about having the relationship with ourselves, and we'll go over a couple of things. And so and we are giving stuff away. Sorry. So for we want to do a free Valentine's Day hair makeover and then a free psychic reading as well for one of our local Orlando listeners. So if you're in the Orlando area, you can submit your story. And, it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. You don't have to write your whole life story or anything like that. Just something about why you would like a hair makeover. Obviously we want to give to someone who can't just go out and pay a bunch of money to get their hair done, or maybe somebody that has a job interview coming up and wants to get a makeover, or for your date, whatever, just to feel good about yourself. So submit your story. It doesn't have to be long. And submit your story to AskRebecca today at gmail.com. And if you could submit your entries by January 30th, we're going to announce the winner live on the air February 2nd. And on top, we won't share your story. So if anybody's afraid to submit their story because they're worried we're going to blab it on the radio live for everybody to see, we won't do that unless you want us to. So we will just announce your name and everything else will be behind the scenes. We're not going to expect you to be videoed or show your makeover or any of that. It's not about us. It's about you guys. And we just want to give back, and we want to help somebody feel good about themselves, again, in regards to the relationship with ourselves. Now, so we don't want to leave anybody out. So for the listeners that aren't in the local area, we'll be selecting 2 live listeners that will receive some free hair products and some swag, basically, and we'll mail it to you. And again, we're going to select those 2 individuals live on air. You'll be able to, and we'll do that by you writing in the comments section of the live feed on A1R Radio Network's Facebook page. So you can just, chime in, hey, I want some free stuff, and we'll go through and we'll randomly select 2 people. And then, not to leave anybody out at all, the Hair Maiden has graciously agreed to offer a 20% discount code for all of their products and services. So anybody that is in the local area can get, a 20% discount on their hair. They also do makeup. They do everything. It's an amazing place. So check out their website. It's hairmaidenorlando.com, and check out the swag. And, again, 20% discount. That's for everybody that's listening. Whew. I think I'm actually going to get to the moment of Zen. I'm totally getting to the moment of Zen. So those of you that haven't actually been listening and watching, I've had some issues with timing. So now, close your eyes, open your palms, take a couple of deep breaths in and exhales out. So just a couple in and out, deep. So tonight we're closing out the month of January's new beginnings, and we're going to energetically release the blockages surrounding our fears of receiving and our fears of change, because those are the 2 biggest ones. I feel the other ones are fairly easy to work with. So now I want you to take another deep breath in, and now exhale out your fears. Now take Now we're going to infuse ourselves with the energies of love, choice, appreciation, feeling, and action. So now I want you to take a deep breath in all the way down into your belly until you can't inhale anymore. Just gulp in the air as deep down into your belly as you can. Now hold it. Relax your shoulders and your body. Release the tension in your body. And now exhale. And now let's just have one moment of Zen. All right, you can open your eyes. And I just got to say, boom, I finally nailed the moment of Zen, and I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. So thank you all for listening and supporting me each week. I really, really appreciate the love. I hope everybody has a fabulous week. Don't forget to tune in next week for all the freebies. And if you're interested in a reading or some intuitive coaching, feel free to reach out to me at AskRebeccaToday@gmail.com. You can call or text me at 407-374-3133. And you can check out my website, AskRebecca.guru, Guru. And I hope that everybody has a fantastic week. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. It should be quite the adventure since we're going to be doing a live shoot. We'll see how that goes. So if you're interested in seeing that, please tune in, and definitely tune in to get some free stuff. Again, have a great weekend, and I hope to see you guys next week.